glad to see you again.
Oh, like that.
Wait to see what will happen next.
Oh, God.
I think there's something wrong in my program. Maybe I should reset.
Freaking me out, lady. What's wrong with you? Did you get magnetized? Did Marcus touch you in the right spot? I don't know, man. She's fritzing out. She's already cooked. She's losing it. She remembered I hate. I don't know about that. I don't know. Look, I like to believe I have an effect on the ladies, but I'd give myself that much credit. This is beyond me, my just brushing her off. There's something else going on here. God, I am blown away. This alone, like the title screen for this game is fascinating just because of the extent of the facial capture. Is genuinely impressive to show, like, see how much.
Are you familiar with Schrodinger's cat? Until you decide what happens, everything is happening at once, like in Detroit.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, now she's back to she's fried. She's fritzing out. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing the level of, like, the emotion that can be conveyed. She goes from so many different things here. They put some work on this, and I'm impressed. Because I didn't want to be friends, she took it personally? I don't know. See if I figure out Astarion this gameplay? I highly doubt I will. I don't care about Astarion that much. Beyond Two Souls is such a good game. Somebody else talked to me about that one. Who was it? Someone else mentioned that game to me. I can't remember. I have had it mentioned before. I believe it's the same devs. I see.
Accessing the extras section.
Artwork, videos, soundtracks, gallery, magazines. The survey. Is this like... Hank! I have purchased Hank. It's him in his underwear. Hank was never the snappiest dresser on the force. In the comfort of his own home, he prefers to let it all hang out. Dude, he's 6'2". And he weighs 209 pounds? I doubt. He looks like he weighs more than that. At that height, he'd be a little bigger than this. Does have kind of the beer belly, though. Alright, sure. Oh god, we can buy the funky... I like that there's little snippets. Now, what if we buy... What does it say about Amanda? Amanda is the handler of the Connor series, responsible for investigating the deviant issue on behalf of Cyberlife. Connor reports to her through a graphic interface, allowing them to stay in constant contact. If Amanda is an advisor and guide for Connor in his investigation, she also has the power to deactivate him at any time. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Crazy effect on her hair. Reacts to the way that the light hits it. Crazy. Might have been you yesterday. That game caused Last of Us issues because they made their character too similar to Ellen Page and Quantum just released Beyond Two Souls that had Ellen Page at the time. Sure. Oh, the best character. Here we go. Show me that. Show me that boy. Look at Shumo. 170 pounds. That right there is just 170 pounds of love. Sumo is a St. Bernard belonging to Lieutenant Anderson, an adult male. He weighs 170 pounds and is 29 inches at the shoulder. Despite his fearsome size, Sumo is a gentle giant, as most St. Bernards tend to be. They say dogs resemble their owners, and Sumo is no different. Gruff, big, powerful, and intimidating, Sumo's fearsome exterior masks a sweet, loyal, and noble nature. Aww. This game's sweet on Hank. Let's see how it is. I saw what you were doing there. Cyborg polar bear. The Urs 12 is one of a series of models. How did he go about getting a hold of this? Oh, God. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like the, like, peeled back flesh look. Unpleasant. Leatherback turtles, several species of great apes, elephants, and polar bears were produced rapidly with particular care. You say particular care, but I'll tell you, I don't imagine you could open up a cage of a polar bear and then not immediately go out and just start being crazy. Polar bears are not particularly friendly animals. Wild close-up. That looks sick. Love it. This gives me big StarCraft vibes. Ooh. Bird. Pigeon. Of course. It's just information about bird. Probably bought it. Yeah, I guess. Probably. He did kind of make a practice out of freaking out again. Girl, you gonna say something, or you gonna, like, snap back to reality and give me a factoid? Oh. The dots are connecting. All right. I guess she's cooked. She's just freaking out, panicking. Understandable. They're all about to be shut down, right? People buy old Disney and Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. True. I guess it wouldn't be too much different at this point. Although it's probably about to get very different, seeing as how they now took over a broadcast station and demanded equal rights. That might cause a little bit of a stir. Yeah, they were maybe shaking things up a smidge. Touch the magic rock. Yeah, it is odd that he's suddenly not so bothered or taken aback by it. I still have no idea what that might be. Just try not to vomit. I don't know if an android could vomit. Look at it. I guess I could, like, well, no. If the only fluid they have is the blue blood,
I thought you might enjoy a little cruise.
they would definitely want to keep that on the inside, I'd imagine. Hello, Amanda. Did you enjoy the cruise, Amanda? This is about as far as I'm taking us. Alright, fine. Get on a paddling.
this place. Everything is so calm and peaceful, far from the noise of the world. Tell me, what have you discovered?
I found 2 deviants at the Eden Club. I hoped to learn something, but I had to destroy them.
She likes.
You seem lost, Connor. Lost and perturbed.
The lock is.
I'm just frustrated with my lack of progress. But I'm determined to accomplish my mission.
She expects me to row how lazy? Well, let it be known. So actually, I've been in a rowboat a few times. I've never once been in one, and a lady not expect you to be the one who picks up the oars and then performs the physical feat. So I'd say that's more just a woman thing than anything. People these days too reliant on technology. Ain't that the truth?
If your investigation doesn't make progress soon, I may have to replace you, Connor.
I know I will succeed. All I need is time.
We're checking all the boxes with Amanda.
Something's happening. Something serious. Hurry, Connor.
Yes, ma'am.
Time is running out.
I'm surprised she didn't freak out at us more.
You're starting to piss me off with that coin, Connor.
Get him, Hank.
Sorry, Lieutenant.
79
Hi, Hank. Shit, what's going on here? There was a party and nobody told me about it?
Yeah, it's all over the news, so everybody's butting their nose in. Even the FBI wants a piece of the action.
Ah, Christ, now we got the feds on our back. I knew this was gonna be a shitty day. So what do we got?
A group of 4 androids.
You almost fell in a river once after rowing? I have a very fond memory of one particular rowing. I don't know if I could call it a date. It was I was getting a fortunate excursion out into the woods to a mulkey, a summer cottage. I got a mental image of a, kind of like a picture skew perfect thing that wedged in the back of the brain somewhere once upon a time. Notice how she's manipulating him? I don't think she's, I mean, she's Connor's handler, right? I don't think she's necessarily manipulating him. I think she's very deliberately probing and testing the waters to check if he's having deviant behavior himself. And as long as Connor, like, this is why we just did so well with her. I think as long as Connor at least conveys, yes, I'm on task. I'm going to succeed. I destroyed a deviant. We're bringing everything back into an orderly manner. Then I think she's all happy about it, because then he's not exhibiting worrying signs himself that she has to shut him down over, and he's behaving what is expected of him. Almost as she knows you might be sentient. I think, I mean, if you were Megacorp, right? After everything that's happened, or not even happened, but what's been going on, it's not exactly new. I would wonder what the general consensus that they have about this situation is. Would they actually chalk it up to sentience? I think a lot of the people at the Megacorp would be resolved to just view it as like, no, our code is just fucked up. This is something we have to fix so that we can keep making money. Well, there you go. I guess that's also kind of the underlying thing of the game overall, right? Not that I'm bragging, right? Yeah. Yeah. got to flex my arms and got to row real fast. Beautiful sun hitting a pretty lady on the waves. Yeah. That wind, that breeze. It was great. It was a good old time. Quite a while ago, though. This was like, God, when was this? This was like 10 years ago or some shit. Quite a while. Quite a while. Maybe even more. God, I'm getting old, y'all. You chose the same choices with her situation. It's funny because I think like there's a good bit of wiggle room in that interaction. Connor, even if you are playing Connor in a way where he wants to be positive or focused on being a little more human, like imagine being a player, right? Like your human decisions and choices can bleed into affecting Connor to be a good boy. But at the same time, you could respond to her genuinely and be like, well, look, I am doing my damnedest. I am determined to succeed. Is success necessarily what Amanda wants or expects versus what you might mean? Well, little wiggle room to misconstrued stuff there.
They knew the building and they were very well organized. I'm still trying to figure out how they got this far without being noticed.
Did you check the roof? Not yet. There's so much to look at.
You dog, you. Yeah, right.
We have to make sure we check it
They
out.
attacked 2 guards in the hallway. They probably thought the androids were coming to do maintenance. They got taken down before they could react. One of the station employees managed to get away. He's in shock. Not sure when we'll be able to talk to him.
How many people were working here?
Just 2 employees and 3 androids. The deviants took the humans hostage and broadcast their message live. Then made their getaway from the roof.
The roof?
Yeah, they jumped with parachutes. We're still trying to figure out where they landed, but the weather's not helping. If you want to take a look at the video broadcast by the deviants, it's on that screen over there.
Real quick. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Oh, Lieutenant, this is Special Agent Perkins from the FBI. Lieutenant Anderson is in charge of investigating for Detroit police.
What's that?
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
Androids investigating androids, huh? You sure you want an android hanging around? After everything that happened? Whatever. The FBI will be taking over the investigation. You soon be off the case.
Pleasure meeting you. Have a nice day.
And you watch your step. Don't fuck up my crime scene.
What a fucking prick.
I'll be nearby. If you
Hank's the
need
best
anything,
character in
just
this
ask.
game. Easily. Well, Sumo, maybe.
Well, let's
But
have a look around. Let me know if
Hank's a
you
close second. Close second. Yeah, we got lots of stuff here.
Hey, Lieutenant.
This does make the most sense. First things first.
They didn't break in?
Howdy,
No
Hawk.
signs of forced entry.
There are cameras in the hallway. The staff would have seen what was happening. Why did they let him in?
Maybe they didn't check the cameras.
We stored the station androids in the kitchen. There's no evidence that they were involved, but we didn't know what else to do with them.
He's piecing it together. How you doing, Hawk? What's good?
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together, we can live in peace and build a better future for humans and androids. This message is the hope of a people. You gave us life, and now the time has come for you to give us freedom.
Think that's RA9?
Deviants say RA9 will set them free. This android seems to have that objective.
You okay? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I am fantastical. Very curious how this is going to play out. Jade says hello. Over in no man's land. What does it say? RK series prototype RK200. Registered as Marcus. Gift from Elijah Kamsky. Ooh. Kamsky was an art enjoyer, and Marcus is a special prototype. So this single bit of information is very interesting, right? Because we know that Kamsky got pissed off with the board and kind of pieced out. You think this is Kamsky's, like... Was this the man's big brain play? Is this something he hoped for? Deviant had accomplices. Enhance, clarify. Spare part, Blue Iris. RA9 was before him, so interesting they think that's who he is. Yeah, but they don't know that, right? They're assuming it because it's lining up, but I don't know if they'd fully buy into it. Or at least, I mean, Hank might kind of try and connect that dot, but I think Connor would consider it, but I don't think Connor would 100% settle without absolute certainty. As is his programming, the filthy clanker. Hawk, how dare you? Get out of there. You don't belong over there.
You see something?
That's no man's land. There's feral animals over on YouTube side.
Anything else I should know?
Spray bottles are only big enough for so many of them.
Nothing.
I'm loving the exchange between the way that Hank is so good, dude. Out of everything that they put the effort on, I mean, the main screen chick, obviously, they put a great deal of effort with the mocap, but you get to see, I think, the most highlighting of its effects and efforts with Hank in particular. He adds so much to every interaction and scene with his facial features. His body language is like top tier. Love it. Love it.
You remember me? It was on that terrace.
Oh shit.
That android that took the little girl hostage?
You lived.
I was shot. You saved me.
I remember you.
I could have died on that terrace. But you saved my life.
You looked a little different when you were like near death.
I never thought I'd say this to an android. But thank you.
There's a good payoff right there. Ooh, I got a little bit of chills on that exchange. Not only, like, of course, it's nothing new for a human, right? We all, I hope, we all have moments of personal growth. Very interesting from Connor, though. This is definitely the moment where we may maybe see how much does the cracks begin to erode for Connor. I don't know. It's great. This is great. Bleeding blue. How cyberlife created a technological revolution. Is Mars your next holiday destination? Strong no once again. After decades of android designs that were primitive, robotic, and expensive, cyberlife revolutionized the industry through an innovation of their CEO and visionary Elijah Kamsky. Therium-310, the chemical name of blue blood, which is a trademark, is a compound vital to the functioning of all cyberlife androids, circulating energy and electrical information throughout the machine's body. This fluid powers biocomponents, synthetic organs that roughly reflect the organ system of humans. Some of these organs serve important functions, maintain temperature, circulating blue blood, and so on, where others are used to make the android seem more human, lungs to simulate breathing. As with humans, the loss of blue blood will impair an android's functions, ultimately resulting in shutdown. Blue blood is essential for cyberlife's android's key selling point, how human they seem. That this wonder chemical, both a power supply and a way of regulating the android's internal systems, was developed by one man, who isn't even a trained chemist, only furthers the myth of Elijah Kamsky. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, ain't it? Detroit urban farms is changing the way we eat. Miami to heighten seawall by further 10 meters. America's urban centers all face two growing problems: unemployment and lack of access to healthy, low-calorie food. But Detroit Urban Farms, a pilot scheme in Michigan's capital city, may have found a solution to both. You mean found? Fire that editor. Get him out of here. Replace him with a bot. A clanker wouldn't have a spelling error check like that. Duff is an urban initiative that takes city dead space, such as high rooftops and unused courtyards, and turns them into GM-free farmland. These farms are then staffed by urban unemployed, offering decent wages and supervisory roles to people who might otherwise turn to welfare or crime. Connor just reminds you of a child. He's so innocent. I think there's an interesting discussion to be made there. How much, because innocence, I don't know if an android, there's kind of, yeah, that's a fun topic. Can an android possess genuine innocence? If you're already pre-programmed to an extent to navigate the world around you, I don't know if I'd ever be able to, like, well, then again, animals, right? Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's just what specifically to define innocence as. Purity of purpose or behavior, even if the act is violent or aggressive, it can still come from a place of innocence, so. And I just think of, like, a child, right? America, got you a cup of joe? Cuppa. You Brits and the word cuppa. Barf. Fallout 4 discusses this, but you know I hate them games and 4 was so weak. Yeah, I will die on that hill. Bethesda can't make a good game for the life of them. No, look, my issue, that's not true. My issue with Bethesda specifically is because they can make a good game, they just choose not to. That pisses me off even more. Bethesda shows so many cool moments of making cool stuff, and then they just choose to do giant, boring-ass sandboxes. It's always lame. Haters gonna hate. Bethesda basher right here, this guy. All food is grown without pesticides or other chemicals, and the organic produce that results in sold. This is clearly written by a human. Get a clanker. Get a clanker to replace this chump. Results is sold through specialist organic retailers. And with obesity in Detroit at record highs, more greens on the plate can only be a good thing. When brothers Daniel and Parker Trent started the initiative 5 years ago, they couldn't even bank in the city. Excuse me. Rather, they couldn't even get funding. We went to every bank in the city, but nobody would lend us enough for a shovel. Now, Duff employs over 50 staff supervising hundreds of androids. We get requests every day from investment firms offering us capital, but we'd rather stay independent. The ethical side of what we do is very important to us. If it means fewer unemployed and better quality food on the table, who could object? Big clanker, that's who. Not sure I like the layout here. So you know what? I'll interrogate you boys in a minute. I'm gonna go back out here and look around still. Good morning, Mama Sana. The speech was shot from here. How you doing? Look at him. Look at him. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, Hank. Swear to God if anything happens to him. Hunter, stop doing that. Reported missing. You're at work doing some filing? Doing the old, not exactly 9 to 5 for you, but keep at it. Keep on keeping on. This is an odd hour out there for you. What is that, nearing like 6 or something? In the morning? Alright, let's have a little powwow with these fools. Gentlemen, do not go for the knife. I bet you it's him because he's closer to make a run for the door. I bet you.
What is your function?
I am a broadcast operator.
State your model.
Model GB300. Serial number 336-445-581.
Were you present when the deviants broke in?
I do not remember.
Has anybody accessed your memory recently?
Not to my knowledge.
Run a diagnostic.
All systems fully operational.
What's wrong with your memory then?
Have you been in contact with any other androids recently?
Only station androids in the normal course of my function.
One of you saw the attack on the surveillance cameras and said nothing. Which means there's a deviant in this room. And I'm going to find out which it is. Why should you all be destroyed if only one is deviant? Turn yourself in, or 2 innocent androids will be shut down because of you. You're going to be switched off. We're gonna search your memory and tear you apart piece by piece for analysis. You're going to be destroyed. Do you hear me? Destroyed!
Strong poker face on that one. I don't know about you, Chief. What time is it here? It is 20 minutes to 2 p.m.
If you give yourself up, maybe I can convince the humans not to destroy you. You scumbag! I know it's you. You're just a fucking deviant. Go
Connor.
on, admit it! The deviants have just been caught. They gave you up. There's no point in lying. We know everything.
I don't know about torture, man. 8 hours ahead. Is it 8? I thought it was 7. Might be. Oh, maybe it's only 7 during the window where we have daylight saving time shenanigans. I don't know. I thought it was 7 though. I'm a few hours in the future to you. Yeah. You floating around on that island over there. Yeah, this man keeps. I saw that. Oh shit. I thought I did that QTE, but this seems like no.
Hank! Hank! I need help.
Partner. Come on, Connor. You might need that pump there. Look, he's got plenty of time. I don't know how that guy is gonna, like, get away, though. He's literally walked out into a room where there's so many people. Go on, you big baby. Get that regulator back stuffed in the chest. Right as rain. Connor, for being super special agent man, you need better combat protocols.
It's a deviant. Stop it.
Hank's survival probability 40. Of course we save Hank. Are you kidding me? Take gun. Attack. Protect friend Hank. Dude, we got lit up.
Good thing you were here. Otherwise, I'd... Connor. Connor, no.
It was worth it. Hank lives. Sorry for everybody else in the room, but... Did I fail the QTE? Attacked by SWAT during Statford Tower. Analyze blue blood. Jesus, dude. Connor sacrificed himself for Hank. I'd do it again. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. He's got to make it home to Sumo. We drop down to indifferent now. Yeah, understandable after that. Friend Hank. This takes you back to LA Noire. Did you ever send me your edits? No. Hank's Connor's dad now? Papa Hank. All right, let's see these percentages here. 4, Didn't really get to investigate a whole lot. I didn't expect it to escalate that heavily. Only 8% of people met the cop from the hostage situation? Wow. I guess it's not too surprising. Maybe, like, because a lot of people aren't familiar with the game at that point. I bet a lot of people just never even see the guy dying. Once again, not a lot of people reading. Shocker. Remove knife. Protect Hank? Not everyone protected Hank? What is wrong with you, world? What is wrong with you? Oh no, the deviant kills the cop from the hostage situation? Oh no. No, he had a great personal moment. It was his last day on the job. He had retirement following tomorrow. Got to go home to his wife and kids. Live his life out on the farm. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Well, you know, Hank lived. Hank lived. That's all that matters.